What is going on? Welcome into Titan Halftime Live as the Tennessee Titans. What a drive there at the end after zero offensive production for most of the first half and really over the last four quarters, even dating back to last week. They get a big time drive out of Ryan Tannehill and the Titans offense that end in a touchdown. They do trail 10-7. It has been a very odd game. I'm Zach Bingham. He is Jack Gentry. This is the Titan Halftime Live Report brought to you by BetMGM. Make sure you download that BetMGM app. We want to thank all of our sponsors throughout our game day live coverage, including Buddy Allen Carpet One, that is the title sponsor of our pregame show. Mr. Goodroof, who's got the goods. Well, Derrick Henry's still trying to find who's got the goods, and he's got 2 quarters to find it himself. Obviously, BetMGM, as I've mentioned before, use the promo code ATOZ Sports, get a risk-free bet up to $1,000 on your first bet for new users. And our all-new, brand-new post-game show sponsor, which we'll talk to you about after the game, Barton Insurance, Middle Tennessee's premier insurance provider for both personal and home and auto coverage, and Crumble Cookies. Titans trying not to crumble, and they've really been crumbling offensively through the first 2 quarters of play until that last drive. We welcome you in, Jack Gentry. Man, so nothing was going anybody's way for a long period of time. You had the long throw and really catch and run by the Broncos and Sutton to get on the board. Then it's 7-0. Then it's 10-0. And then the Tennessee Titans and Ryan Tannehill on a hobbled ankle go 13 plays, 75 yards over 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Your boy NWI back of the end zone, Ryan Tannehill with a really nice drive. They pull within 3. It's 10-7. How are you feeling after that last and final drive to close out the quarter?
Well, you're feeling better. You're definitely feeling a whole lot better because prior to that drive, the Titans had just accumulated 55 yards of total offense. It was a complete dud. But heading into the locker room at home with momentum against a Broncos team where you feel like you've played them pretty close, although they had that 166-yard touchdown pass prior to the game. We talked about not giving up the big play. Molden gets beat deep. That's the difference in the game right now, that long touchdown pass. Defense is holding strong. Coming into the game, the Broncos ranked 31st in the NFL on third downs. They're 4 for 9 today. That's got to stop. I like what I'm seeing from Super Mario. It's a Mario Edwards. He's playing great. He's got 2 TFLs, 1 sack. So it's a strong finish to the half. Now, the second half has been the Titans' bugaboo. So we'll see what Todd Downing has up his sleeve.
Yeah, that was Jalen Virgil that caught that long pass. Sutton, who's had some really incredible catches, honestly. He's got 3 receptions. Really 3 guys. You got Virgil, Hinton, and Sutton for the Broncos as Russell Wilson's running around. They've really stopped the run game for Denver as the Titans defense without Jeffrey Simmons on that front 4 still holding tight as, the Broncos only have 28 yards rushing. But this, I think, has been more about the Titans' lack of offense. I'm going to throw up a graphic because I've been keeping up with this thing for the last 4 quarters now. The graphic did change right before half on that final drive, but Todd Downing combined with Malik Willis' performance in the second half and overtime last week, and then you've got, Ryan Tannehill this week, and this includes overtime. Look at all of those punts. You've got a total of 10 points, that 13 plays, but look at all of those 3-play drives that end in punts. The downs, obviously, you see at the beginning or at the middle of the graphic, was that to complete the overtime loss to the Chiefs. But Todd Downing, it is a struggle to watch this offense, or lack thereof, try to maneuver down the field. I saw it in the comments earlier saying, hey, Titans should play up-tempo the rest of the way. That's not what they do. That is not how they move the football. They move the football by lining up and handing the ball off to 22, play action fake, do slants. You saw more slants on that final drive from Ryan Tannehill. But my question to you, Jack, and really I'll take some comments after this before we get to confidence level, is do you think that the Titans can kind of stranglehold that momentum of that final drive, and we're going to see some more points ending or drives ending in touchdowns, which result into points in the second half. Do you trust it, or are you sitting there saying, hey, that was an anomaly. It was a 2-minute drive. They methodically went down the field and good pass, good catch. Now you're at 10-7. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, it felt like it was a one-off possession. I mean, considering the sample size you got from the Titans in the first half, mostly full of 3-and-outs. But that's what Ryan Tannehill brings to this offense. In a 2-minute drill, the Titans can't do what they want to do with Malik Willis back there. You see the difference now that Tannehill's in the game. Look, the Broncos get the ball coming out of the half. The Titans defense has to make a statement. Ryan Stonehouse has been the best player on the field for the Titans, and that's not a good thing. I know we had MV punter and Brett Kern last year, but Stonehouse is on the field far too much, even though he's putting them inside the 10 just about every time.
Well, yeah, and real quick, Chaz brings that up. Another year, another punter as the Titans' third best player on the team.
Here's what I need to see out of the offense in the second half. It felt like play action was working. I know that Derrick Henry hasn't really been a force on the ground. Just 5 yards is his longest carry of the day. That's going to have to change. But play action, that play action 25-yard pass to NWI early in the game, the Dontrell Skrilliard screen was set up perfectly, although a lineman missed his assignment, and that only went for 6 yards. I want to see some more of that play action. Bring up the Broncos safeties. Throw over the top of them. I know you don't have, the downfield threats that you did last year, and A.J. Brown and, Julio Jones for whenever he was healthy, which was like a game and a half. But I think you got to start taking some of those shots. I like what they did in play action. I want to see more of it. This offensive line has been a little shaky. Tannehill's getting hit back there. His ankle, he took a shot right before the half. So we'll see how he comes out. But I want to see play action. I want to see a deep shot or two.
Well, let's not get it twisted. It's not just the Titans offense that's been bad. The Broncos offense hasn't been great, right?
No.
Besides a couple of plays. That's why you've got a 10-7 game. Danny brings up, with the Titans' second half scoring history this year, don't feel good about the rest of the game. They're averaging under 2 points in the fourth quarter all year. That's the worst in the NFL all season in fourth quarter scoring. And, let's see, Steph brings up, the Titans 2-minute the entire game? I knew somebody was going to say it was only a matter of time, right? But that's not what the Titans are, because if you looked at that last drive, who was not on the field the entire drive, or at least the majority of the drive, was Derrick Henry, right? Because you spread it out. That's not his forte. So I think this is the tough place that you're in. Todd Downing has proven that he doesn't have a good hold on this offense to call the plays on your play sheet that you just feel really good about that can get you yards. Well, that's gone out the window, because he's literally had 13 opportunities in 13 different drives
over the last graphic
4 quarters. I'm just going to keep. Hey, I'm not slowing down, Jack. I'm going to continue to make it.
It is what it is. I mean, seriously, like, the Titans are the best red zone team in the NFL. It's getting down there that's such a problem. But when they're there, they're efficient. They make plays happen. They get in the end zone. So, I mean, yeah, you got to figure out how to get down there. With Henry not working, I mean, you've relied on Henry so heavily the last few weeks that they don't remember what it's like to go out and have to make plays in the passing game. They haven't had to do that in forever. So it's going to have to change in the second half. I like to see Robert Woods get involved late. I like to see Treylon Burks get involved late. I hope that rolls over. But, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, Todd Downing's going to have to prove something and show something that he hasn't seen all year, and that's a capable offensive attack in the second half.
Well, we'll get to our confidence level here real quick, but it's never good when Robert Woods and Treylon Burks, who are your top 2 wide receivers, have a combined 4 receptions for only 19 yards. Woods has 10 yards. Burks has 9. He's under that 35.5 that we talked about in our pregame show. Let's get to confidence level. This is a good question. It's 10-7. Titans within striking distance. Nobody is pulled away by any means. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your confidence level of the Titans coming back and beating the Broncos? Comment that number. I will look at the chat. We'll read them off. But I do want to thank all of our sponsors that are a part of Titan Game Day Live. That includes Buddy Allen Carpet One, the title sponsor of our pregame show. always giving you free in-home measures and estimates. That's Buddy Allen Carpet One, Nashville.com. Mr. Goodroof, locally owned roofing, gutters, and window specialist. We love Mr. Goodroof, trying to find who has the goods in the third and fourth quarter of this game. BetMGM, download the app today. Use the promo code ATOZ Sports when you sign up. Barton Insurance, which we'll talk about in our post-game show. A to Z Sports uses Barton Insurance. You should use Barton Insurance as well. Middle Tennessee's premier insurance provider. And Crumble Cookies. Titans offense has been that crumble. They need to put it together, slide in the oven, and cook something up. Danger Russ ain't cooking either. So they got to have something. We love Crumble Cookie. Scale of 1 to 10, Jack. Where are you at a confidence level that the Titans can come back and beat the Broncos?
6.5, Zach. I'm at a 6.5. And I'll tell you why. The Titans played one of their worst halves offensively, one of their worst first halves offensively, at least, of the season, and they're only down 3. And they're really only down 3 because they gave up one big play on defense. I know I'm making excuses for them, but I feel good at where the Titans are. I was worried about their pass rush coming in. They're getting pressure on Russell Wilson. Mario Edwards, I talked about him earlier. Monty Rice is having a big game filling in for Zach Cunningham. So the replacements are playing pretty well. I'm not worried about that. And Zach, what we haven't mentioned yet is that the Broncos will be without Jerry Jeudy for the rest of the game. Went down with an ankle injury, and I know Kendall Hinton gave the Titans some problems in that first half, but that's an adjustment you can make in the locker room. The Titans defense has been known to do that throughout the season. It's just on this offense. I'm sticking with my prediction at 17-13. I think the Titans put up 10 points in the second half. Broncos kick a field goal. The Titans leave with a win. I'm at a 6.5.
All right. They're about to kick back off. Jack, I actually really like that number. I'm at a 6.5 as well. Couple of from the chat before we get out of here. Devin's at a 2, Will's at a 5, Trevor at a 3.5, Noah at a 6, Eric at a 3. Low numbers here, under 5. L is at a 4, Rick 0, Nick 4, Richter 3, 3.5 from Tighten Up Ohio, Sin City Titans at a 5, Jamal's at a 4. Let's see, B Bird's at a 3. The Broncos have not impressed me, neither have the Titans. But I do think that the Titans are a better football team overall than the Broncos. They are not going to let Russ cook. Both of our predictions are in play. We will see you for our Barton Insurance post-game show, and we'll see what happens.